Hello, guys, to the second video on a festival for Sonic Racing Crossbow. I know, we haven't been uploading on this game nearly as much as you thought we would. We were going to, then our idea of making Halloween, like, spooky month made sense. I mean, that made sense to me. And then the idea of, oh no, we're going indie creators by doing an indie month for Thanksgiving, and then Christmas is entirely voted by viewers and or the editor staff, depending on which ones are actually going to vote on it. We will create those things and schedule them, but like, you know what else is happening as a mini-series for that one, we're doing FNAF 2. Because, the film comes out, and I have to be respecting that. By the way, my figures came in. I got all 4 of the FNAF 2 figures. Well, I guess that's the correct classification, but I don't have the Wizards. I'm saving that for when all the Endo series comes out to get them all at once instead, Because I think that's better. Because, like, what would you rather? Be stuck with just Wizard Freddy and Wizard Bonnie, or get the whole group together? The amount of fun that you can have significantly increases when everyone's together. That's the most extroverted thing a human being could ever say. So, a fun fact. Have any of you guys gotten out of your bed and realized you completely massacred it? Because, like, I took off half of the sheets on mine. I don't know what I was doing in my sleep, but clearly it wasn't normal. I do roll around like a pinball. What the fuck's a pinball? Pinballs! Oh, inside they're normally, so this doesn't happen normally. So the question of the day is, what in the fuck happened here? Well, we're not gonna figure out. Is it late enough in the video to say that word? Hopefully. I probably already said it earlier. I haven't been recording episodes for quite a bit. Now, anyways, if you want to see more content, don't worry. I have so many more FNAF videos to release. I have an ungodly amount. I'm only covering 5 nights. Long day for... Jesus Christ. I'm eating pizza. That thing is hard to record. Like, record one, record another, record another, record another. Keep on dying at night 5. It got so annoying, man. Now, of course, we have many projects I'm working on in the background, so if you see me getting more and more musically talented, assume there's reasons. But you'll see soon, Lud Squad has reasonings behind it. And there's another channel that has yet to really been announced. Though I'll announce it by the end of the month as our big reveal for the end of October. It will not have any content on it, of course. Now, if our footage looks a bit blurry most of the time, that's unintentional, but it does happen. I can see why it would. I have to enlarge my screen a bit, and you know what happens when you, like, enlarge screens and stuff? It looks so much blurrier. And I'm already using a really shitty camera most of the time. So, like, episodes 1 and 2 looked really good, and all of the other episodes look like dog crap. This is why, and I can rectify it. I can absolutely start filming these back with my original equipment. Besides festivals. Festivals are limited time things. As of release and recording, the Persona Festival can again! Welcome back, me boys! Joker Fest happened once. It can happen again. We're back here for Joker Festival. Now, of course, I am wondering, there's like character gadgets that you can unlock for every one of these. Oh, I just looked at that thing again. That thing is blurrier than most other things in the world. I was so good at this event, though. Like, damn. Anyways, so as of recent, I started listening to Heathers the Musical. the image should be there. And I've got questions. Like, do I actually have to listen to all the songs when I want to listen to the soundtrack? Because, like, Hamilton, Epic the Musical, and stuff like that, I always do that. But for headers, I always skip, like, half of them. Just go for the heavy hitters. It seems wrong. I mean, it might not be, but, like... Feeder kids in the audience, please tell me. Raise your hand over there. We're looking for the real Slim Shady. I repeat, we're looking for the real... That joke's stupid. Please don't hate me for it. Actually, please do. That joke needs to be... That needs to be that needs to be retconned out of the storyline. A retcon is normally used to explain something else in the storyline. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we're gonna figure out how to make it. We're gonna make this done, goddammit. All I can say about some of the projects I'm working on is they require very specific accents to pull off. Also, if you want to know what's coming next, I'd recommend watching Pre-Web Episode 1 and sticking around after the credits. That might give you a hint of what's next to come. And you've already seen this character multiple times if you've watched any of my Blood Squad bits. They are incredibly important to a lot of storylines, right? No. Like, besides the DK Bonanza one, that one is their most important showcase because they're the only reason the adventure can continue. But it's not going to... Like, yeah, we'll eventually post part 2, 3, 4, and how many other parts that series has. My god, I think part 2 will be on the anniversary of Bonanza. It's going through production hell, because it has to deal with 2 heavy hitters that are coming out in November and December. Those 2 ones single-handedly stopped everything from being posted, because we put focus on them. I mean, yeah, I could just not put focus on them. I could very well do that. If you want to get more releases, I can get that done, but, like... I'll drop a poll on the Blood Squad channel. Do you want me to release more episodes, or do you want me to focus on our biggest projects? Because the biggest projects are my favorite ones to work on. They are just, listen, it's just more annoying to not have a bunch of videos up, That's why Eggpon Empire's here. Because I post an ungodly amount of videos to this thing. 10 videos are planned for October alone! And I think we're done with 6 of them? This will be our 7th one. Oh, fuck. I didn't make that joke. Editor, I need a bleeping sound effect. But you are I'm not. I have a group chat for the editors. But you're not the one who edits them. You gotta be kidding me. Don't you hate it when you have a group of people who normally edit, but you still have to do the editing? Because of bigger projects you're working on where they're doing all the work behind the scenes for it, or you're preparing every other channel for production nightmares. This entire thing is nightmaric in length. Recently in the storylines, you will be able to notice a distinct shift. You'll be able to pay attention to things that happen in our storylines and things that have released. Things that I'm into. Look into those things, and you'll figure out where I get some of my inspiration from it. Stories. Like, the reason that the entirety of Cold Wave was pretty much just intended to be Chapter 4 retold, and has changed so far, for that's only 2 acts of it, and it's not just a retelling, it's a full storyline that's new, that follows similar events to Chapter 4 now. All of that happened because I was very specifically in a Chapter 4 phase. Then I brought it out and got into a Poppy Playtime phase in October, which is a way better phase to be in. You have no idea how much better that phase is. That phase is the goat of all goats for phases. It bangs way harder than you think it should. It goes great. It bangs harder than most cartoon guns do. Like, you know those big, like, cartoon guns that, like, when you shoot them, they have, like, a giant flag that says bang on them? I might have an image of it up. It's probably the image from the Amazing Digital Circus. Look, man, that's easy to find. And our editors suffer, man. They suffer so hard. Go ahead and put an F for respect for our editors. They suffer. You may wonder how I have editors. I have a loyal friend group. And we're all relatively talented in one specific way. I might be here for the fact that I have the best sounding voice of everyone. There's a reason I make myself the main character in a lot of the storylines I make. Because let's be honest, the other ones aren't the best at voice acting. Besides one of my other. He's pretty good at it. He's more good at just impressions. I'm good at adding a voice on. Like, I like D&D, and here's like my Dragonborn characters. A voice, I believe. Can't you tell? Start a bar fight here! It takes inspiration from characters such as Dingodile. Except from, Crash Bandicoot. It's a joke with my family, yeah. No, Crash Bandicoot, yeah, I'm talking about that. Well, all it just takes inspiration from your average dragon voice. With that draconic roughness. Oi, mate! I start a bar fight here! Have the Australian dragonness of Dingodile with just average draconicness of an average dragon. Your average teenage dragon. You're new to PBS. Actually, that sounds something more like Cartoon Network. Or like one of those like no, not even young adult, no. It sounds like something you find at a Scholastic book fair. Your young teenager dragon. He deals with a bunch of things you don't understand. Like the Italian crack cocaine cartel. And other things like that. That's been stupid. I'm gonna put that as the main short for this. I like having channels like Blake Jennings and stuff like that. I believe I'm allowed to mention them at least. Channels like that will always include the highlights of their videos at the beginning of their videos. I tend to do a strategy of including the highlights of the videos as the shorts to advertise watching the full thing. My goal is to lure you in. It's not to let you enjoy it. It's to make sure that you know the comedy of this. Get that pizzazz in ya! It felt like I was almost attempting the Serpentious accent. Like, I felt like I was almost trying, but not hard enough. Like, I was halfway there. But you know what? Didn't make it that far. I can barely do it. The amount of S's that he uses in his daily language, what the fuck? I get he's a snake, but you call it a Sisyphean task. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. How does one do this? Well, I mean, it's Alex Brightman voicing him, so I really can't judge. I know, I also watched Danny Mata. It's Beetlejuice, Hold on. I started getting into musicals. That's something I have to say. I have to say, Beetlejuice the musical is weird because some of its songs are inexcellent. And some of those songs are, oh my god, it's so cringe. Why is this created, kids? Like the whole being dead thing. Like, my favorite line is, I know you're woke, but you can take a joke here. Every time I do a ton of coke here, like, the whole being dead thing. That line is great from the whole being dead thing. All you gotta do is say my name. My impression's so horrible, I think I would never get copyrighted from. When you're so bad at singing, you can't get copyright claimed. So anyways, would you guys be interested in a cookie clicker video for November? Answer the question. Put a yes in the comments if yes. Put a no in the comments if no. And yes, repeating the same comment 100 times over does, in fact, count more points. If you want to deny it 100 times, you go you. But saying it multiple times in the same comment does not assist. Our rules is we are allowing spam. If you spam your comment, we're fine with that. Whatever to get engagement up. But I draw the line at not getting the engagement up. Say the same thing over and over again. Dissect your comment word for word. Turn it into 17 comments. And the replies. I want every single one of them, and you'll get me more engagement than I've ever seen before. Split that comment up. It would be really funny if for, like, the entire month of November, you split every word of your comment up. I might make an illustration for that. Then call it Bonesaw Month. Just because that's funny, man. We all like Bonesaw Month as an idea, right? Like, my next project is incredibly weird. Because, like, it fits Halloween so well. But it just began production. There's no way in hell it's going to be out by next week. So it's likely a November thing. But I'm so disappointed it couldn't be October. Because it's perfect for it. Anyways, have you heard the announcement that all the Luigi's Mansion games are coming out? Out for the Switch, too? Because I haven't, personally. Would you guys be interested in a playthrough of Luigi's Mansion? I will absolutely give you that. The audio will have to be off because, Nintendo's copyright giants, they have a giant band hammer. Their band hammer is a shotgun. Okay, if they see anyone using any sound effects from their games, they will kill you. This is just how Nintendo acts, and it's all because they were able to sue Universal Studios, and win. Actually, no, Universal Studios sued them, and they sued back and they won, They were in disbelief that their good old pal John Kirby allowed them to win the fight that Donkey Kong was a copy of King Kong. That fight was won, and single-handedly the main reason why they are so much more copyright. They became tyrannical copyright murderers for a sheer factor that they figured out that it does not matter how big you are, anyone can beat you. Which is a weird thing. It's weird that they're doing this. I think it's just to let it down before they get big. Because Nintendo was able to afford getting John Kirby. He was a pretty good lawyer, so I'm going to assume he cost you quite a bit of yen. Assume he cost you quite a bit, man. So, my only assumption is that they noticed that they were relatively slow, but they had enough money to fight back. Their goal is to beat you while you're down. Or even then, beat you while you're mid. Beat you in any condition where you don't have high enough salary to have a chance of fighting back. Punish before you have the strength. In the first place. Which makes you the most ruthless of the ruthless. Ruthlessness is mercy upon yourself. But points have become a bit rude in it. Anyways, so our big projects for the third channel that's unannounced right now are insane. Like, if you think the stuff that we're working on for all of our other channels is crazy, you're not prepared for that big, gigantic project. It's not even the biggest one in production. That is also for the third channel. You might think that third channel just produces actual movies. That's kind of the goal. It's cool. But it's gonna be insanity, man. For my ranking, I gotta say, I hate Cat B from Poppy Playtime. Hate them so much. I hate them with a burning passion. It is not logical. There is no logic between my hatred. But I do hate Cat B. So much, man. I hate them. They take up space. I want more Boogie Bots. I want less of this pathetic little cat. And I do know Mob Entertainment didn't even create, Brawn or Boogie Bot, but I don't care. They're better designs than the stupid half cat, half bee. Page went over. Now, I knew Funko did this, but I don't remember they did this. Jazz would have announced the gigantic Freddiest of the Fazbears 40 gigantic behemoth of a plush. And I respect it. The behemoth of plushies. Freddiest of the Fazziest of the Bears. Freddy Fazpolian, my favorite. There were so many plushies of the Freddy Fazbear plush. I could have bet that there would be a Freddy Fazpolian plush, which is just Freddy Fazbear as Napoleon. And I could have bet that. Could have. But when I'm under the age of gambling, it isn't that hard to beat. I mean, you only gotta be like 21 years old to gamble, I believe. Maybe it's 18 in the less strict states. But I don't get why you would gamble. It seems like a waste of time. The gas to beat us, but we did earn first place multiple times, so we did redeem ourselves. And looking back to how it was, you earn a gigantic amount of, points inside the newer festivals. Anyways, guys, see you in the next video. Like, subscribe now. Now click that subscribe button. Bye.